Hello everybody, just wanted to say this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you are not over the age of 18, please get the fuck out. Thank you.
I write this for you.
Hello everybody, how y'all doing? Coming to you live. Good morning. Welcome back. Just woke up for about a half hour ago. Got out here, we're at the campsite. It's gonna take a little walk around. Oh yeah, dude, please sponsor me. You can sponsor me just by giving me like 120-ounce bottles, give me like 120-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew a year.
You in my life, Jesus. I can't live without you, Jesus.
That's right.
Hello everybody, how y'all doing? Coming to you live after working 7 days straight at the side gig. Anyway, we got that busted out. Like I said, I worked from last Thursday all the way up until today, which is Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm finally off, and then I'm pretty sure I work again Friday, Saturday, Sunday at least. But yeah, we made it. Long story short, we're out here outside the Circle K, just chilling out for a minute. Just went and got something to drink. Most important, number one priority.
Hydration, hydration, hydration.
But yeah, we got fluid, keeping fluids going, getting some rest, working hard, doing our thing, grinding out some Uber in between. Hopefully the car doesn't catch a flat. Working to get the money together to get a tune-up done, that kind of thing. Don't know exactly where I'm gonna sleep tonight. Probably gonna end up going around the street there, down there, the white fence guy. Just sleep out and out down there, because like I said, I pretty much had the cops called on me so many times from that location. I'm gonna assume at this point I pretty much have permission from the police to be there, because they've never had me leave. They show up, they'll talk to me, they ask me how I'm doing, they don't even search my car, not like they'd find anything anyway, but yeah, like I said, they don't even search my car, they don't ask me to leave, they don't, tell me to count to 30, none of that. So, like I said, it's probably, I don't have to worry about staying out of trouble. It's, like I said, it's more or less the safety thing that I have to worry about, At least I know from that neighborhood, people might give me shit, this, that, the other, the cops might be called, whatever, but it's not someplace you're going to wake up because you're getting stabbed. You know what I mean? At least I don't know. At least the way I see it. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a live, here in a couple minutes or so. Just enjoy some of the lighting. This nice lighting that I have in one of my videos. Finally, well, I mean, it's not the best lighting, but hey, it's free lighting from the Circle K. So, like I said, we're probably gonna do a live. Get out there and do some Ubering tomorrow. Bust out a couple of orders. Like I said, my acceptance rate I think is all the way down to like 38%. So I'm gonna probably drive out to the small town, hang out there all day long. Whatever comes. Not gonna plan on making $100 because it's the small town and it'll be a Thursday. So it'd be a pretty good stretch to make $100. But yeah, I'll be surprised if I even get 8 orders in a day being out there. But it's fine, it's a nice chill day. Like I said, I just worked 7 days in a row at the retail job, so I do want to make some money tomorrow, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be dealing with all the traffic that's out here in the bigger city. All that stupid shit. People waiting 3 lights to get through a light cycle, all that crap. It doesn't happen out there in the small town. But anyway, I do apologize for the rambling, you know what I mean? But I figured, I don't know, kind of let y'all know what's going on. It's more or less, like a documentary for myself, even, you know what I mean? Because, like, I've been homeless before, at least 2 or 3 times, I'm going to say. So this is probably the 4th time I've been homeless, and I don't know, hopefully this will be the last time. But yeah, I don't know, just, start off building something smaller for myself, and we'll see where things go from there, because, I don't feel like I need a house to be happy. I just need a place where I can sleep without having to worry, you know what I mean? So I don't think I really need walls to be able to get a nap, Well, that's just me, just from being who I am for so long. But yeah, I don't know. We'll probably cut this clip a little bit short, and like I said, we'll probably go do a live, just because, whoever shows up, we'll talk for a minute, whoever's there. Shout out to Fred and the random 3375. Y'all been with me since the beginning. Not the very, you weren't like one of the first 10 subscribers, but I'm not mad at y'all about that, you know what I mean? But yeah, y'all are some good homies. Hopefully Fred will show up, talk to me for a couple minutes, and you get a nice little shout out in the video. But yeah, like I said, it was a pretty good day. Wasn't the worst. Didn't have to do too much. I probably ultimately should have probably done a little bit more. But today was one of those days I just showed up and worked like a 50-year-old. You know what I mean? Instead of working like a 20-year-old, I just, I was like, yeah, I'm only gonna, I don't know. I'm only gonna kick so much shit around today. But yeah, the coworker, he gets it, man, because he's in the same boat. He's just a couple years younger, so he's got a little bit more fumes of gas to go on. He knows I worked 7 days straight for him, so doing what I can. But that guy, he doesn't take a day off anyway. Even if he does have a day off, he's out helping out this other mechanic friend that we have. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna throw my phone number, probably put my phone number down there on the bottom. And if y'all want to call, feel free to call. It does cost $1 a minute. I'm sorry, that's the cheapest I can make it. But basically for that $1 a minute, it's a free phone line for me. Y'all can reach out, say hi, say what's up, whatever. Talk to me for 10 minutes, talk to me for 5 minutes, talk to me for 60 seconds. I don't really care, you know what I mean? I don't really have too much else going on. Pretty much you can call me at any time of day, like I might not answer at any time of day, but, feel free to call. Like I said, it's $1 a minute. That's the cheapest I can make it. I do apologize. But you're helping me out too, like in kind of a long-handed way, I don't really want to be panhandling for money, you know what I mean? I don't really want to be begging for money. I'm not trying to, it's more or less if you're kind of a fan of the content or a fan of the channel so far, you know what I mean? And like I said, as it gets bigger, it's already kind of getting big. I'm at about 235 subscribers last I saw. So I got like 100 subscribers in about a week, which I couldn't thank y'all enough for that. Still about another, 750 away. Till then, sorry, you're gonna hear me asking people to subscribe, but yeah, I'm not gonna try and make it like a recurring thing. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know it kind of has been here recently with all the shorts that I've been making, but it honestly has been helping the channel out a lot. And then, like I said, as soon as I get somewhere with it, I'm gonna throw some money into it. Like I already bought a selfie stick, but it went to the wrong address, so I gotta figure out if I want to buy another one, or if I'm gonna get that one returned, or if I'm gonna get that one mailed to me, or whatever. I gotta figure all that first, and it's $70 that I already spent, so I'm trying to see about how to get to that, but yeah, like I said, we'll probably go live here for a couple minutes, and I think that's we'll tune it out for the night, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow when I start ripping out some orders. Hello everybody, good morning. Welcome back. Just woke up probably about a half hour ago. Drove up the road a little bit. I'm gonna head into the small town today. Probably do a couple of orders out there just because I like it. It's way better than out there in the big city. There's just the traffic, plus the traffic lights, plus, you know, the tips that you get from certain people, and I don't know, just out here in the small town, it's a lot slower, but you have a lot better a day. But before I get there, I'm thinking I'm gonna finish the rest of this drink, get another one, probably go head out to the camping trail where I'm at. You know, I'm not always there, but yeah, I got the camping spot. I'll go hike the trail for a little bit today, talk to y'all for a minute. Not really about anything particular, but I do feel like taking a little bit of a hike today, so it's only about a 30-minute trail, and I figure I'd bring y'all with me, just for whatever that does. But like I said, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my coffee from yesterday and get another coffee, and yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, we were sitting here for a minute. Like I said, I had to finish the one drink, but I go inside, and then they didn't even have Mountain Dew. They were out. They didn't have Mountain Dew on the tap. So now I've got to go on down the street, the other side of this highway, basically, and then go into the little neighborhood that's there. And there's a Circle K that's in there. But yeah, the only thing about that Circle K is they charge you 20 cents more, you know, which, yeah, it's only just 20 cents, but, you know, I'm homeless, so I'm trying to watch, like, literally every penny, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not completely, you know, I don't know, but yeah, I hate spending money, you know what I mean? Try to be that way, where just, I hate spending money on anything, you know what I mean? But anyway, you gotta stay hydrated, so like I said, we're gonna have to fire up the car and go down this street, go to the other Circle K, and hopefully they got Mountain Dew there. Like, I know it's like, why didn't you just get Pepsi or Coke or Sprite or root beer? Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I just want the Mountain Dew. I guess it's the orange juice that's in the Mountain Dew. So I'm getting like a little bit of my vitamin C from that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't really have a craving for like Dr. Pepper or Pepsi or any other flavor, pretty much. I don't know. Since I've come back to Florida, I've only been wanting the Mountain Dew, you know?
I don't, and you know it.
Oh yeah, Mountain Dew, please sponsor me. I mean, you could sponsor me just by giving me like 120-ounce bottles, you know? You mean like 120-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew a year, and then I'll give you all a shout out, and like, you know what I mean? We'll work it out, you know? Give me a call, though. Yeah, actually, give me a call. Anybody, if y'all want to call. It's $1 a minute. I do apologize, but that's the cheapest I can make it. But yeah, the number is going to be 641-614-8008. Again, that's 641-614-8008. So yeah, like I said, you call me. It's $1 a minute. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry, but you know, it's a free phone line for me. And, you know, I do see some of that change. It will pile up, you know, and, yeah, but, yeah, like I said, $1 a minute, come give me a call. Like I said, Mountain Dew, I'm looking at you, all right? PepsiCo, it's your world, we just live in it, right? But break me off, okay? But anyway, we're here, got out here, we're at the campsite, was gonna take a little walk around, you look at some stuff, you know, hang out with y'all for a minute, talk to y'all about whatever pops into my head while I'm out there on the trail. But I get here, I looked at my phone battery again, and I can't unplug my phone right now. I need to let it charge for a little bit. It's at 16%. So I know I go out there on the trail and I start recording, I'm gonna run it all the way dead. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let it charge for a little bit. Like I said, it's first day off after doing 7 days straight at the other gig, the side job. So, like I said, we're gonna relax for a little bit. The main focus of the day is just, you know, relaxation and meditation. But, you know, if you go into a little small town over here, make enough money to fill up my tank, that's cool too. You know what I mean? But yeah, just trying to relax. I gotta go back to work tomorrow, 5 p.m. You know, so yeah, just trying to, like, third time, just trying to relax for the day. You know. Don't have to answer people's questions today, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out. If you like the video so far, please subscribe. I know I'm not really doing too much Uber driving. I'm kind of taking a little chill from that, but yeah. Homeless Uber driver. I know, there's a lot of people that are van lifers and everything. They're, we're all kind of hitting Uber in between. I mean, if you're hanging out in the car most of the day anyway, might as well hook up a couple people with some lunch. But yeah, if you like the video so far, please subscribe. On my way to 1,000 subscribers, and once I get there, I won't be asking and begging for people to subscribe anymore. So, be just part of the videos you won't see is me stopping to tell y'all to subscribe. You know what I mean? Just leave it to people on their own accord to subscribe at that point. But yeah, until I get to 1,000, I gotta do a little bit of advertising, at least in my own videos. I even got, you can see written on the back of my car, youtube.com, Florida Swamp Monkey. But I think I've only gotten like 1 subscriber off of that, and then past that, I'm just looking stupid in traffic, because everybody's like, oh, that's that guy that cut us off, I remember that car, But yeah, I think I did get 1 subscriber out of it, and it did look cool when I first put it on. It did look cool, but then it got rained on, and it's all messed up now. But I just left it. I figured I'd leave it there till the rain washes it all the way off, All right, so I was sitting here editing out the video a little bit, and phone's charged up a little bit now. It's at about 19%, so it did go. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and change into my other shoes, because basically I still got my shower shoes on from the gym last night. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and change my shoes so that way I don't get sand in between my toes as much. And we'll go try to do a lap around this trail real quick. It's still early. Well, it's 11:35, but still, I know if I go out to the small town, pretty much I might get a couple of lunch orders, but the majority of the orders, they're not going to start till like 4:30. So, like I said, main focus is relaxation today. We're going to hit the trail for a little bit, and probably get started about 3 p.m. today. Like I said, I'm not trying to make much. If I'm about half a tank in the gas, so if I make enough where, I run out of gas, but I made enough to fill the tank back up, boom, that's what I'm aiming for, But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go change my shoes, and then I'll take y'all out on the trail with me. Oh yeah, and then very, very, very special announcement. This is gonna be my last cigar ever. So I'm gonna wait till I get out on the trail before I light that up. Try to really enjoy it. But I'm doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for myself too. Obviously, probably more 99% for myself, but, yeah, just figured it's about time to stop. I've been smoking them pretty heavy since July, because I started, I was delivering pizzas for Papa John's back then, and my old buddy at the old job, I don't know, but yeah, I'm not saying it's his fault, I was the one bumming cigarettes off of him. But yeah, this is gonna be my last one. Get my shoes changed, and we'll head on down. Well, yeah, I figured y'all been hanging out with me for a minute, so I was gonna show you how I got my trunk organized. It's not the best, but it's mainly just built so if I find a camping spot, I can pull the stuff out real quick and then actually pop up, spread my legs out a little bit in a tent and everything. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like right now. But yeah, pretty much this white plastic bag, this has like a bunch of winter stuff in it. Like there's a pair of long johns, there's a jacket in there, a couple pairs of sweatpants, at least 1 pair of sweatpants in there. This black trash bag just has a bunch of loose stuff that was like kind of everywhere. Just kind of put it all in that one black trash bag, and it's all bagged up. Got a pair of nice rubber hard work boots over there if I ever need them for anything. Nice durable hiking boot. And then pretty much I throw the dirty clothes on the other side of those boots, as I try to make as little dirty clothes as possible, but yeah, all the dirty clothes, they go over there on the other side of the boots. And in the back there, as you can see, is my tent. I believe it's a 6-man tent, four-person tent, but and then the center height, 4'11" in the middle, and I'm only 5'5", so I don't have to scrunch down too much. Yeah, keep a case of water back here in case, I break down or whatever. I've got water on me. I carry with me. Pretty much this is my shower bag. Just a bunch of soap. I load it up with socks and underwear. You know, and I'll go into the gym, and then yeah. And then here's my hiking bag. I plan on taking this with me when I go to do the Appalachian Trail. It's not the best, but it's not a bad bag either. I'm not sure if it's showing up real well in the video. I'm getting a lot of glare off the sun. But it's like a green army colored kind of bag, green and black. 55 liter. It's got like a water pouch area. And there's the water pouch there. I've got some jumper cables just in case. They've already kind of helped me out about 2-3 times. A couple trekking poles if I need them. And there's a water purifier if I need that, you know what I mean? That's pretty much it. That's the whole trunk, you know? But yeah, it's not exactly organized, but it's organized enough for me. But yeah, we're here on the trail. Well, this isn't the trail, this is the approach trail to the trail. Basically, you know, it leaves the parking lot. But yeah, the approach trail to the trail now. But it's a nice, they did good. Yeah, it's a nice approach trail, you know? Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with it. And then here, you can see there's like other paths people have made out the years. You can actually go down that way. There's a couple of camp spots out there, technically, but there's only like one actual camp spot. That's pretty much where I'll hike out to today to show y'all. But yeah, people have made like other camp spots throughout the years, and they camp here kind of illegally, you know what I mean? But yeah, pretty much you look for these yellow blazes. There's another one up there on that tree. And yeah, you just make sure you're on trail by following all these yellow blazes. It's not too hard. Well, dang, it looks like there ain't been people out here do a whole bunch of trail maintenance recently. I mean, if they have, they didn't have a chainsaw with them at least. But yeah, there's like one down tree there. And that tree was like a marker tree too. And then down there, it looks like it's another tree that looks like it was hit by a bolt of lightning or something. But yeah. Alright, I brought y'all with me for this. Here we go. Like I said before, it's going to be the last cigar ever. But anyway, we're out here about halfway around the trail to the camp spot now. The camp spot pretty much is the halfway point on the trail. So about a quarter of the way around the whole ring. But yeah, either way, figured I'd bring y'all with me. Like I said, not much happened, man.
Everyone, and I mean everyone. Manis and petties at the mall.
But yeah, what I really want to do is just go hike the Appalachian Trail. I got, you know, I can't really do it right where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? But it is a plan, you know. Hopefully the younger I am when I do it, the better the better off I'll be when I do it. It's 2,200 miles, and then every year it gets a little bit longer, statistically, normally. But yeah, it's something I've wanted to do for, shoot, probably going on 10 years now. Haven't actually had the funds together to be able to take off and go do it, but I kind of do now. But if I were to go take off and do it, I'd be leaving everything I've built so far behind. And I don't really think that's the smartest move, you know. So like I said, I'm about halfway to actually getting some land, you know, fund-wise. So trying to just keep stacking onto that, and you know, hopefully we'll go from there. But at least have like a ground zero that I can take off from, you know, something. Not talking like burying money in a hole or nothing, but yeah. But I don't know. We'll see where it goes, man. I know for sure I'm gonna need some place to live, and I'm past the point of wanting to pay rent anywhere. So it's gonna have to be this way. But yeah, I feel like even if I were to have to get in touch with a builder and have to have like a block home built or whatever, I bet, you know, since I'm buying the land outright, I bet I can, I don't know, because I've seen some houses, you know, it's like a new construction, and they'll be selling it for $500,000, you know, or not $500,000, $250,000, I meant to say. I don't know why I said half, but yeah, they'll be selling it for like $250,000, new construction home. But yeah, I figured if I own the land already, how much would it cost me to just go to the builder directly? You know, not the same builder that, you know, that builds all those complexes or whatever, but you know, if I can find a builder that's willing to build me a decent house for like $120,000 on top of my land, well, then I saved $100,000 by not buying the $250,000 house. You know what I mean? And that's where my head's at. You know, I might start off smaller than that, obviously, first, but it's gonna be $12,000 to get the land, and another $12,000 to build on it, and then probably at least another $2,000 or $3,000 to put a shed on it, you know, after paying for the rights to build on it, you know. But yeah, we're almost here to the campsite now, so I'm going to change the camera angle on y'all. But yeah, it gets to this point where it splits. The trail pretty much goes that way, and then there's a campsite off this way. And you might have seen the spot from other videos that I've made. But yeah, there's like a little place to have a fire right there. Usually there's people that leave wood, you know, somewhere. There's only one little log here, I guess. Couple of rope swings. You can, you know, grab on the rope swing, go out into the river. The river is not, I don't know, it's not bad. Got a fishing lure hooked in the tree over there. A couple people kayaking. But yeah, this is pretty much, like I said, this is about the halfway point on the trail as well. There's like a little, supposed to be like a little butterfly path over that way or something. This right here, this is like one of the other camp spots people have made over the years. So it's like literally just like right off the elbow of the trail. You got like a little fire pit, and then I guess you could pitch a tent over there, or like right about here where I'm standing. But yeah, and then you can go down this way. Somebody left a Coke can here, that's cool. But yeah, you get a nice little view of the river from over here. And if you head off over this way, there's this little log. Well, it's the tree, you know, tree's still growing. But yeah, it's like the perfect little seat. You know, you can just sit right here on these branches right here. And this little, like a seat right there. And I just pop a little squat. And we just watch fish jump, you know, whatever fish jump or whatever else there is to watch out here, you know what I mean? It's just a nice quiet spot, meditation point.
Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. I think I found it now. What I've been looking for. Isn't it beautiful? It's got my head all up in the clouds. I think I found it now. Yeah. Everything I want might be a miracle.
And we made it around back to the start. You can tell there's the down tree right there. And this is the split to the approach trail. All right, we made it all the way around. Successful. All right, so we made it back to the car. I took a second and got everything all edited, at least the first half of the video. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get started now. I'm heading into town. It's currently 1:15. Probably gonna take me about 15 minutes to get all the way to the little town, and it's gonna be quiet. So I'll pretty much just, I'll be hanging out, watching YouTube with the app open. We'll see whatever hits. But like I said, I'm only aiming for about 8 runs. Whatever I make on 8 runs, it'd be nice to even hit 8 runs. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna take a turn, and we're gonna hit down. Hopefully hit up the store, get something to drink if I remember. Once because sometimes I'll forget. I'll get down to the end of the stop sign, and I'll make make the wrong turn, and yeah. But anyway, I am kind of thirsty. But yeah, I'll hit y'all up in a minute and get on down the road. Alright guys, I think we're going to go ahead and call it at that. I'm going to go ahead and cut it, call it a video. That was episode 18. So yeah, we made it all the way to made it 18. Yeah, woo! We're legal. But yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll put it in the title and everything too. That like it was a hike instead of me actually Uber driving. But yeah, I figured I'll go ahead and clip it now, and then all the Uber driving, I'll be able to throw that all together in the next video, episode 19, if I'm remembering correctly. I'll have to check that. Whoa.
Goodbye, my friend.
You have been the one. You have been the one for me. Touch my heart.
You're gonna get us
This
a copy
is
of that.
stupid.
Then
Or
this
shares.
is so stupid. And God, that's my phone.
I didn't hear a phone.
To be continued.
The end. Good night, Stewie.
Don't read me books that you write.